guys watching the Chael Sonnen show over at ESPN Plus? I got to give you this plug. And I know that's arrogant. The show's named after me, but we're getting right to the point, right? Old Chael is going to bring you news. It's every Monday and Wednesday. I want to tell you this, and it's from a strategy standpoint, but I will reveal something on every single one of those shows that I will not ever reveal anywhere else. And when I say it's a strategy, I want you to watch the show. Right, I want you to come here and hang out with me, but I will always reveal something there that I only reveal there. So if you've got Plus and you want to do old Chael a favor, because my ego is directly attached by how many people watch that program. If you have time to watch it, great. If you want to just listen to it like a podcast in the background, I will deliver you. So this is my deal with you. I will give you something every Monday and every Wednesday that you can't get anywhere else. If you want to do me a favor, check it out. There's my pitch. I want to tell you something now. Self-perception is hard, isn't it, guys? It's very hard. And I know the fellow fighters listen to my words. I appreciate that. Sincerely. Here's the lesson of the day, okay? Self-perception is hard. And you become a bit of a narcissist in this sport. You are a narcissist, which is what led you to an individual sport instead of a team sport. Before you think that's some bad and dirty word, acknowledge it. And then start to understand what the problems are with that. I can talk to you guys until I'm blue in the face about rankings and how rankings don't matter. This is not Chael's opinion. Rankings will never get you anything. None of you have ever got a cut in line at Starbucks. You've never had a meal picked up for you in the restaurant by an onlooker. You've never gotten a sponsor. You've never done a seminar. You've never written a book. You've never had an autograph session. You never had anything because of your ranking. It has simply never happened. Nobody has ever approached you on the street and said, oh my goodness, hey, mom, hey kids, you know who this is? This is the number 8 ranked guy. It's never happened. And it's not going to happen. And I don't say this with any kind of belly-hoo or tomfoolery. I do not know what you're ranked, and I care about you guys. I love the sport. I don't know what any of you are ranked, and I don't know where to find out. I have made that statement over and over, and I read the comment section on my YouTube page. Chael's at it again like he doesn't know where the rankings are. I see that all the time, but none of you who have tried to jab me have ever said you just have to go here and included a link. Is there something called MMARankings.com? Sincere question. Is there a UFCRankings.com? Is there an International Rankings Boards.com? Is there I made this site up from my mother's basement.com and they'll put rankings? I don't have the foggiest idea. Set the rankings aside. I use that as a segue into today's lesson. We don't know what your record is. We don't know what you're ranked, and we don't know what your record is. We could be your biggest fan. We don't know what your record is. There is one record on God's earth that people know, and it is that of Khabib, which is 29-0. St. Pierre, who is the unanimous greatest of all time, tell me what his ranking is. No, I didn't tell you to tell me that he lost 2 fights. I said, tell me what his record is. You can't do it. Well, I'm not that big of a St. Pierre fan. I was really a Michael Bisping fan. Great, tell me what his record is. Well, Chael, I'm a Chael Sonnen fan. Tell me what my record was. And I know mine's easy to say he's undefeated, but how many did I win? Did you know it was 50-0 before I told you? Tell me anybody. Tell me Sugar Ray Robinson, for God's sake. Tell me Jack Johnson. Tell me Iron Mike Tyson. Tell me somebody's record. You're a fighter. Tell me your record. How many of you as fighters go, well, gee, I don't know. Let me go to SureDog and look it up. Right, it's a very real thing. Why do you think other people know? And why do you offer to remind them when you lost? I see fighters doing interviews all the time. And before the fight, they're hot and heavy on their top of the world and they're banging the chest. And the second the fight is done, if they lost, well, they're hanging their head. And I don't have the right to call anybody out. I just, I got to get back to the drawing board. And I got to figure out what I did. Why? Why? Be the boss even after a loss. Why would you change? You ride with me. We are the bosses, even after losses. Did it happen? If that's as far as you got to go with it, it did happen and you block it from your bubble, but it cannot at any part in your interview or your marketing process bring you down, and you damn sure don't need to remind anybody. And it's a news flash. Nobody knows. Nobody knows if you lost even as recently as last week. The media moves on quickly. Quickly. Don't you stay attached to it. Don't think you can't call somebody out because you got beat. I will tell you one of the great lessons where I got taught this. Rampage Jackson got smoked by John Jones. Does an interview after the fight. He goes, yeah, that guy was really good. He's not just hype. Hey, Shogun Hua, we're going to Japan, you and me in a rematch. That was all anybody talked about. It was over right there. Rampage is the only fighter still to this day who I have ever seen in defeat while in the ring in his post-fight interview call out an opponent. John Jones that night, who won, didn't call out an opponent. I've never seen anybody do it but Rampage, but it worked like that. And Rampage was right back in the driver's seat, and all of a sudden the organization's talking to him real politely because him versus Shogun sounds like a damn good idea. He was the boss, even after a loss. And I see people going back and reminding the world of their defeats. Well, I should have won that. It was a split decision, and one of the judges gave it to me, and everybody that watched the fight thought that I won it. And they're trying to put a plug in the boat. No one knows what your record is, likely including you, in all fairness. I did this as a joke a minute ago, told you I was 50-0. I believe I've had 51 fights. I'm not kidding, right? I think I had 51 because I had a draw one time in Japan. I don't know. I'm not trying to be funny. My father used to do that when I was a kid. Hey, Dad, how old are you? And he'd go, well, let me think. I was born in 1947. I thought that was a joke. I thought, of course you know how old you are. I'm going through that now. I go, well, let's see. No, wait, I'm a year older. It's one of these things. Numbers can escape you, but I'm saying this, and I'm trying to prove the point so that you know that I'm literal. I am not attempting to entertain you right now. No one knows what your record is unless you're Khabib Nurmagomedov and you were 29-0. You likely don't know. If you think that anywhere in here, no, it's just Chael that doesn't know. Call your mother right now as an experiment. Right now, call your mom and just say, Mom, what's my record? She's not going to know. Literally. We don't know when you lost last. We don't remember when you won last. Anything you do, we will forget, except for the way that you make us feel. That is the only thing that we are going to remember. So take this with you. It doesn't matter if it's 5 minutes after you lost, like Rampage Jackson. It doesn't matter if it's 5 hours. It doesn't matter if it's 5 days. It's only a loss that's going to hurt you if you allow it and you go put on that perception. Be the boss, even after a loss.